Hi, I'm David Preston, and today we're going to be cooking Larb chicken. Or is it Lob chicken? Is it L-A-A-B, L-A-R? It doesn't matter. It's pretty damn good. We're going to be cooking today on Cook Like a Bastard. Well, today we're going to be cooking chicken lob. It's a Thai chicken dish, kind of a salad type of dish. It's spicy, it's good, and it's even yummy. I'm going to start, though, with making the sticky rice because it's a crucial element in it, and it takes the longest in the whole process. And if you have a rice maker, like this one right here, it makes it a lot easier because it does all the work. Because you somewhere have a little cup like this thing here, and this cup translates to how much rice you need to put in per cup of water. So I'm going to put 2 cups of water in the rice maker and 2 of the funny little cups of sticky rice. Now, sticky rice is also known as Thai sweet rice. It is a great rice for this type of dish because it's flavorful and has really a good texture. So I'm going to put these things in. And the one thing about the sticky rice now, you need to let the sticky rice soak for about 20 minutes or so before we start. So we're going to do some of the soaking process here as we move on to the rest of the recipe. So I'm going to put this guy right up here, and it's going to be doing some rice stuff. So for the chicken in here, we're going to be going with chicken thighs, and I'm going to be using about 2.5 pounds of chicken. We'll grab these out of the fridge because it's nice not to have your chicken out, because besides the cats licking it, you got bugs and bacteria and other stuff. And I'm using my food processor here to chop it up. It's pretty easy. I'm going to get this on right. And so I'm taking my chicken thighs here. Again, it's about about 1.75 pounds actually. And before I put it into the food processor, I'm just going to cut it down just a bit. You're going to cut this up pretty finely. And these are boneless chicken thighs, which is really nice because it's a lot of work to have to bone things. And, Bastard doesn't have a time to do a lot of time boning things all the time, if you know what I mean. And not that I'm a bastard. And we should get this straight right now in this episode. I am not a bastard. I cook like a bastard. The technique of cooking we use is bastard. Okay? Let's get this straight. It's good to clear that up now because sometimes people get confused. So I'm going to start out, before I chop up my chicken, is just put a couple... Now, one thing about these newfangled food processors, they are electric here. So if you plug them in, they work a lot better. I know back in the day, they used to have the crank food processor. This is an electric food processor by KitchenAid, curiously enough. So I am going to chop up some garlic here, just as a base for my chicken. Then as this goes on, I just kind of throw my chicken in here as it just gets pulverized. And by doing that at that time, you're able to get the garlic really into the chicken. And that grinds up really, really quickly. So I'm going to take my food processor and I'm going to put aside as we talk about some of the other ingredients we're going to be putting in here. I have these Thai peppers here, and these are hot peppers. And I found that at a local Asian market. Now, the nice thing, you may be someone who doesn't like to shop that much. And if you got to shop, you might as well make it interesting. I tell you, there's nothing more interesting than going to an Asian market and looking through all the things. You see here, there's aisles and aisles and stuff. You don't even know what it is. You can be an adventurous bastard sometime and ask someone what it is, but you won't do that, will you? But if you do, you might have a good time. But as you can see, there are just jar and cans and bottles of stuff that I'm very curious what it's going to be. Also in the market, I found my lemongrass. You probably didn't have that at home. Had to find my fish sauce. And they had something called Larb powder, which I figured you probably need to use, along with the other things. So anyhow, it was an interesting visit over to the market. So I'm going to start heating up my pan here. Putting a little olive oil in here just to heat it up, because we're going to start chopping up the lemongrass. And I have a leek here and some peppers. We're going to chop these guys up finely, and we want to cook them down for a few minutes here. Now these want to be, fairly fine, because it's a hot dish, but it's a really hot dish if you end up getting a lot of the peppers in your mouth at one time. So chop it up. Be nice to the guy who doesn't know how hot that red pepper was. Remember, when you're heating up your olive oil doesn't like to be overly hot. If you're cooking something that needs to be hot, you might want to use a peanut oil or a wok oil. But for the temperature that we're cooking here, the olive oil works very well. So I'm going to drop these guys in here. I'm going to take one stalk of lemongrass here. Just kind of take off the outside peel. I don't know if that's what you do, but it sure seemed like the thing to do because it's a lot cleaner looking now. Clean food is good food. That's what people say. And I'm going to cut this way. You can shred it if you want. I'm just going to kind of keep the ends here and mince this up as fine as I can. I'm looking at this and I think, I think that needs a little something. And what it really needs is some better chopping. So what we're going to do here is put it in the food processor and actually chop it up a little finer. We're going to put it in the food processor because if you have a tool, why the hell not use it? So I'm going to just take this and chop the... Can I say hell on Cook Like a Bastard? I don't know if I can, but I really want to chop the hell out of this stuff. So we're going to cut these in strands like this. And this is a leek and a piece of lemongrass. And throw another pepper in there for a good measure. You got some garlic laying around? Why not put that? Well, a little cilantro. Only grab that and put that in there too. A couple mint leaves. And maybe one more pepper. You got to go with your gut, because that's how you do it. I'm going to turn these off. I got this nice little salad looking thing, which I'm going to mix with the chicken, but I'm going to cook these just a little bit before I add the chicken to this. This is a nice mix here. And this isn't going to be like the Larb/Lob chicken you get in a restaurant, because I'm not sure how they make that. I'm just kind of guessing at this stage of the game. So these are mixing, and these are coming up really nice. You just want to get these just to cook just a little bit so they soften a little before you put the chicken in. Add a little bit of salt here. And a little bit of pepper. And you can feel what this is going to do to your tummy just because I can tell what's going on with my eyes. This is nummy. My eyes are saying nummy. My nose, nummy. So here's the chicken and the garlic mixture. We want to, again, mix this up and cook it up very quickly. Now remember, you're soaking your rice right now, so don't forget to turn it on eventually. If you haven't. So let it soak for a while, but then you got to turn it on because it's not going to get cooked otherwise. So while you're mixing the chicken, make sure that you get enough of the lemongrass and the cilantro and the leek or shallot or whatever you decide to put in it mixed into it, because that's where the flavor comes. I think I'll add just a smidgen of lime juice here. So I'm going to take this lime and push some of this stuff out of the way. I just have my juicer here, which is really a nice way to juice about half a lime. I'm going to put this into the chicken to help flavor it. So mix this up. And then we're going to let this sit for a little bit, and we'll be right back on Cook Like a Bastard. And we're back. We let the chicken cook for just for a little bit, and we're going to make a little dressing for it that we're actually going to be cooking it in here. And the dressing is going to consist of maybe a half cup of lime juice or so. And I used this juicer a little earlier, but I got to tell you, I really love this juicer. You put your lime in like this. If you like the margaritas, and make the margaritas a lot easier to make. I'm just going to put this in this bowl like that, and really get all of the juice out of the lime. So anyhow, I got about a half cup of this that I've made already. I'm going to take the fish sauce, which you saw me get before while I was shopping, and I'm going to put some of that in here. I don't know, a couple tablespoons or so. And then I'm going to chop up some cilantro and mint leaves as finely as I can, just to put them in at this stage. So, chop these kids up here. Remember to be careful of your fingers. Just saying. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't just nick mine. So I'm going to quickly whisk these together here. And again, I got this Larb powder. I don't know what it's for, but it must be something that's important with here because I saw it on the shelf. I'm going to put it in there too. Mix this up. Pour this in here, and then mix this whole thing up one more time. Boy, the never-ending quest for smell-o-vision is coming at us because this, again, another wonderful smelling dish. I'm going to turn the heat up to about medium on this right now, cook this flavor in. But really, we're all about almost done on this thing. I mean, going to cook this for a little bit. And the way you serve this is that you serve it with lettuce. And if you have a lot of stuff in the way, you can serve it with that too, because that's really the versatility that we look for in our kitchen. If you have to have a measuring cup on top of your food, so be it. So now we got just leaves of lettuce here. We've let our rice cook here, and our sticky rice, and let me show you why they call it sticky rice. Because it's damn sticky. So as we pull this together, we're going to keep our chicken here, grab a plate, and here's the way you eat this stuff. It's great. You take your leaf of lettuce, take a little bit of your chicken, put it on there, grab some of your sticky rice, maybe a leaf of cilantro or two, maybe a mint leaf. You roll it all together. There you go. That's some good Larb chicken. Here, remember, cooking can be easy, can be hard, but the best way to cook is like a bastard. Join you next time. Bastard! David TV.